Ball pythons make the best pet snake. I'm going to give you 5 reasons why they do. Yeah, I said it. What's up? It's Bacon from Blue Line Morphs. Listen, I got a couple videos going now. So far, I greatly appreciate the support. Please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, comment, hit me up on Instagram, blue_line_morphs. Let's get right into it. My number 1 reason why ball pythons are the best pet snake you can buy is how calm they are. Okay? We all know them as the ball python because they crawl up in the little balls. When they feel threatened, you can literally roll them across the floor. But they're also known as the royal python because African royalty used to treat them as jewelry and use them as jewelry. They would have them around their neck. They would have them on their arms because of how calm they are. Now, some people might feel like that's a bad thing. They're a boring snake. They're your beginner snake, right? They're your amateur snake. Because, everybody's seen me on Instagram Live. You've seen me handle my retic. And she's constantly moving around, right? The tongue's constantly going. She's moving. She's exploring. She's not like this. And although that's a good thing, when you have that retic out, that's what you're doing. That's all you're doing. You have to, especially at her small size, you have to pay attention to her. When it comes to the ball pythons, you can have her around your neck making videos. You can have her around your neck doing chores, watching TV, just hanging out, whatever you want to do. And these snakes are just going to hang out. And I think along with their calmness is how easy they are to handle, okay? Now, I know in past videos I mentioned how I had gotten bit by a ball python, but that actually inspired me somehow to become a breeder, but they don't bite you. It is so rare these snakes will strike. They might hiss a little bit, be temperamental, depending on the individual. They do not strike. They do not bite you. In fact, I've heard them referred to as the children's python because they make great pets, from elderly to people like us to children. And you can trust them enough to where they're not going to bite you. I think handling the snake and handling a pet is key, right? Why would you want to get an animal that just sits in the cage the whole time? That sucks. At least with these, you can take them out, you can enjoy them, and you can enjoy them while you're doing different type of stuff. Now, my second reason why ball pythons are the best pet is their size. Now, I know everyone loves the big snakes, the anacondas, the Burmese, the retics, even your bigger boas, and I get that. I do too. And that's part of the reason why I love snake is that first experience with a Burmese python. But ball pythons aren't the biggest snake in the world, but they still have an imposing stature. They are a thick-bodied, bigger snake, right? A snake that's, let's face it, a snake that's 5 to 6 feet and weighs 4,100 grams, what is that? Just under 9 pounds, 8 pounds? That's a big animal. That's a big reptile. That's a big killing machine. It's not a garter snake. It's not a corn snake. These are thick, hardy, big snakes. It's enough to where you take them out, you're going to get noticed, okay? Not that you're doing it to get noticed, but you're going to notice you have this thing. It's enough to where it's impressive when these people see these snakes. But on the flip side of it, it's not so big that it screws up your life. I've heard stories and I've spoken to people, they have Burmese pythons, full-size female Burmese pythons, and they have to give it a room in their house, or they have to give it the basement. And that's great and that's cool. I think those animals are incredible, but what an inconvenience that is for you. Okay? When it comes to them, you don't have to have this crazy inconvenience. They're big enough to be impressive and imposing, and they're small enough to where you can handle them. Number 1, you can handle them. Or they are small enough to where they're not an inconvenience and they don't cause absolute havoc in your life. My number 3 reason, they are easy to take care of. They are bulletproof. Now, a lot of these reasons I'm going to list, number 3, can be the same for all snakes. I understand that. But we're talking about ball pythons because they are their best pet. They're bulletproof. Realistically, guys, you can buy one snake, put in a 1-tub rack system, put paper towels down with a heat source and a thermostat to regulate it, and that's all that snake needs. Okay, yes, I understand people are like, well, why would you get an animal? That's cruel, blah, blah, blah. These animals go into like burrows and termite mounds. They eat whatever in there, and they hang out. That's where they live. They like it. That's all they actually need. They're easy to take care of. Now, you only have to feed one. Big Mama's full size. She has to eat once every 10 days. I can go on vacation. I can feed her before I go on like a cruise, okay? Make sure the water bowl is full, feed her, and split, and I don't have to worry about it. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that today I got stuck at work. I was stuck at work for almost 2 days. I haven't slept in almost 2 days. Now, obviously my dog gets dropped off at my parents' house every day. That way she's not by herself ever. But I didn't have to worry about my snakes. It wasn't, oh shit, I gotta get a babysitter. I gotta let her out. I gotta let the snake out. I gotta take the snake for a walk. I gotta feed the snake. No, they're good. They're chilling. They're relaxed. They're bulletproof. You can't kill these. Yes. Every snake can die. If you screw it badly enough, you can kill the snake. But for the most part, these animals are bulletproof. I think that's very important. You can handle these snakes, and they are a thick-bodied snake, where you're not going to hurt them. You have to worry about hurting them. Don't mistreat them, but you don't have to worry about a thick-bodied snake like that. And I think that's really key. I think that's really important. Number 4 is our price. Oh, back to number 3. I forgot. I wanted to mention something. The setup of these things. The second part of number 3. The setup. You can do whatever you want with these snakes. They're easy to take care of. You can buy a tub system, a rack system, and that's where they live, and it looks just like a cabinet in the corner, and that's great. Or you can put them in an aquarium. Now, if you put them in an aquarium, you make sure you have enough hides, make sure you have a lot of shit for them to crawl around on, right, so they can feel secure. But you can go either way. They're easy. They're bulletproof. You can have them in a tub, or you can have them in these nice aquariums. You can set it up nice, right? Maybe you don't want to be a breeder. Maybe you want to put them on display. Now, they're going to be in your hides most of the time and come out as nocturnal animals, but you can have a nice tank in your house where you can set it up nice with a little skull instead of just, a black hide that we all have in our rack systems. You can have the skull, or the Medusa hide system. You can make it look nice. You can make it look great, right? I recommend blacking it out. I'll get into that in a different video, but yeah, that's it. So number 4 is price. Now I know you can buy a ball python for $40,000. We don't know the crazes like the banana first came out and they were $30,000, $40,000, whatever the $25,000, whatever they were. But realistically, you can buy a normal ball python for $25 at an expo. I bet you can go to Petland Discounts. Actually, it doesn't exist anymore. Petco. And you can get a whole setup for a ball python under $100. Maybe I'll make a video about that. I'll take $100 and I'll get a whole setup going. And who doesn't love that? Now, I understand some people might want to spend more money on animals. For example, I had a Mata turtle, and he's a lot of money, and the turtle was awesome, but super temperamental, right? I had to spend a lot of money on the tank. The water had to keep moving, the filtration system, etc., etc. With these guys, I promise you, $100, you can have a whole setup, and you'll be good to go with a ball python. Now, with that being said, you can also spend a lot of money on these animals. Again, there's morphs that are $20,000, $30,000. We'll get into that in a second. But the setup cost and the startup cost of ball pythons is cheap. Yes, it's referred to as your beginner snake, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with having beginner snakes. Okay, because I think they're better than any other snake you can have, especially because number 5. So here's number 5, is the uniqueness of ball pythons. Now here's your wild caught or jungle or normal ball python. And although I think she's phenomenal, I've expressed how much I like normals, there are so many different morphs and genes and combinations in the ball python market world on Morph Market or whatever website you're on, that you can have a ball python, I can have a ball python, him, her, everybody can have a ball python, but you could be talking about 5 different people or 5 different snakes, ball pythons rather, could be 5 different snakes. You can have all different types of genes. All ball pythons all look completely different. Now, I understand that Burmese and retics and boas, a lot of these snakes have different colors and patterns and variations. And I respect it and I like it. I love my purple albino retic. I think she's gorgeous, but it is nowhere near the level that ball pythons are at now, right? In 2020, there's probably 5, 6, 7,000 different genes and genetic combinations and traits, and you have these wild-looking snakes. So, I'm going to add number 6. Number 6 is the community. The community and the people I've met in the ball python market is absolutely phenomenal. You can meet guys or girls from across the country, and because of, mentioned number 5, the uniqueness of the animals, I could be working on clown pies. My buddy in Florida could be working on sunset. My buddy in California could be working on a different project. And that's another reason why I love them, is the versatility of these animals. You can have a different snake. You can meet all these different people, buy these snakes. You go to expos, you meet people online, on social media, on YouTube, on Craigslist, which I expressed with Solve. And the community and the outreach of the ball python world is absolutely phenomenal. And those are the reasons why I truly believe that ball pythons are probably the best snake you can get. In fact, they are the best snake you can get. So forget people that tell you they're the beginner snake or they're this or they're that. They're a badass snake, okay? They're bulletproof. Let's go through it. Number 1, They're calm, they're chill. Who doesn't want this stoner snake, right? Who doesn't want the guy hanging out with you? Who wants to get bit? I don't. Number two, they're big enough to where they're cool, they're big and they're strong, but they're not too big where they're overpowering, it's a pain in the ass, and it's inconvenience in your life. Number three, they're easy to take care of. Most snakes are. Most reptiles are. Some are temperamental. Ball pythons, they are ridiculously easy to take care of. And the versatility of them is great between how you want to keep them. In an aquarium, all set up all nice, or if you just want to have a tub and a rack system, they don't give a shit. Okay, you go on vacation, leave them, they got water, we're good. Number four, they're cheap. Yeah, that's a good thing and a bad thing, I guess. Why? Because now they're a Me Too snake, right? Oh, you got a ball python? Oh, me too. But they're cheap. They're easy to set up. They're cheap to get. Hi, honey, I see you. Yes. They're easy to get. They're common, right? Which could be another standpoint. They're common. They're easy to get, but they're cheap. Number five is the different uniqueness of ball pythons. Again, back to the whole me snake. Yeah, me too. Me too. I got one. Yeah, me too. But we all can have different snakes. You go to my I got 10 different ball pythons over here. None of them. Stop it. None of them look the same. They're all completely different. And I think that's phenomenal. I think that's huge. Number six, and most importantly, is you guys. It's the community. It's the networking. It's the meeting different people. It's meeting people across the country, across the globe, who share that common interest of ball pythons because they fell in love with it just like you did, just like I did. All the different colors, patterns, genetic traits, etc. Oh, she's choking me now. So that's it for today's video. Guys, listen, I greatly appreciate it. I know some of these videos are rushed. I know the lighting sucks. The camera sucks. We're working on it. We're going to get better. The videos get more entertaining. But, please subscribe, like, share, comment, talk to me. If you don't like my points, if you think I should add something to the video, you think I should make another one, again, shoot me a message on Instagram, blue_line_morphs. Hit me up. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to keep them coming. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for all your support. Be safe. Always watch your six, guys.